Okay, so welcome to the One Way Out podcast. I'm Greg. I'm here with Paul, Angel, and David. And
Who's that?
Who?
Who's that?
Boba David.
Boba
Boba
David.
David.
Boba Dave.
Boba Dave.
Boba Dave.
David Fett.
David.
Is that David Fett or David Fett? No, he's David.
I don't know how any bounty hunter has this thing on all day.
It's because they have filters.
Because this is the way.
This is the way.
Anyways, where was the vacuum seal? You must not have been ready for
No.
any diagnosis.
Mm,
That's the move of an amateur,
yeah.
as our C3PO would say.
So on this episode, we're going to break down our top 5 bounty hunters, which is obviously why I'm wearing a Chewbacca costume. Yeah. I can't roll my tongue. See, I can't do that.
There you go. I did Tusken Raider last episode, pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I got a decent Wookiee. Not bad.
That was like a Yoda
I
Wookiee.
thought it was very interesting. I got they had some like shirts, and Logan was like, "I say you like any of these Star Wars shirts?" And there was like some 10 awesome ones, and he picked. I did it all for the Wookiee shirt. I just thought it was very straight, but I was like, whatever. If that's what you
Hey,
want.
listen, if that's what he likes.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna. Last time, if you watched our droid episode,
Go back and watch it.
top 5 droid, yeah, go back and watch it.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
What we did is we went kind of back and forth in a row. We did start from our least to our best.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that these lists are hard, and you probably are going to have your favorites not on our list. And I apologize because I love 20 other bounty hunters too that didn't make the list.
Yeah, it was very difficult to pick just 5 for this one. And I think that's part of the reason why we're doing 5 is because we want to make it really difficult on ourselves.
Yeah.
And
For
this
sure.
should induce a lot of
For sure,
arguing.
this is harder homework than I did in school. Is preparing for these podcast episodes, but
Yeah.
We'll start. We'll probably start with a new guy. We'll start with Dave.
Mhm.
And we'll start there. He'll say his number 5, and we'll discuss it. And
Fives.
and
He's not a bounty hunter.
and then what we would do if we had matching ones, we said that we had the same one on our list. We just didn't say where it was.
Correct. Just that way we don't duplicate talking about it.
Yeah.
We'll say like that's also on my list, and then you won't announce what position it is on your list until we get there. But basically, just hey, it's on my list. Let's talk about it.
All right, cool. So without any further ado, why don't we go ahead and get into it?
Man, it's the first time we're actually getting into something pretty quickly here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
boom, boom, diggity, hit the ground running.
All right, so my top 5, number 5, correct?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna have to say Bossk.
Okay.
Bossk. Why Bossk? Because when I was a kid,
Bossk?
why Bossk? Why Bossk? Like when I was a kid, and then I was watching Empire Strikes Back, and when they're on the Star Destroyer, and then like you just see Bossk with his claw just coming down over the little thing there, and he just looks all creepy. Like it scared the crap.
And his arms are like super
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
Because you can tell there's a guy's arms inside those arms.
But I was just blown away by Bossk, and like he was just so cool.
Super cool character.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the train is Bossk on anybody else's
Like
list.
Bossk is.
We got a Bossk man on the end
Bossk.
there. Why don't you go ahead first there, Greg, since he's also on your list somewhere.
I mean, again, the introduction in Empire was creepy. He's like, scared the heck out of me. And he looks formidable.
Mhm.
Like he looks like he is the epitome of the guy you don't want coming after you, and that feeling made me want to know more about him. And obviously I'm kind of getting out of canon with this, but there was an entire expanded universe book series about bounty hunters, and they did at least one book about the Trandoshans, which is Bossk's race. And they are a pretty brutal species. Just even outside of the whole bounty hunter profession, it just
They hate the Wookiees.
yeah, they're not a
They
fan
do
of
hate the
Wookiees. But
That's why you wore this, isn't it? Because they hate the Wookiees.
This hate us because it's hate us.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, he's awesome, and I think he would be higher on my list if there was more in canon of him.
So, I didn't, obviously not being like a guy who was growing up on the original trilogy, like I didn't have too much of like a care for Bossk, but then they really expanded his character in the Clone Wars, and you got to see Bossk like during his early stages, like his interactions like with other bounty hunters during that era. You get to hear him talk a little bit more. You get to see like the Trandoshan race a little bit more and like how they operate, which I love that they almost kind of have like, and it shows in the one, I think it's end of season 3, the last 2 episodes, where Ahsoka gets captured by the Trandoshans, and they have almost like a the Predator, where they take them to the island and they hunt the game that they bring there. So like it kind of shows like exactly Trandoshans are vicious. Like they're giant, like almost dinosaur lizard-esque creatures.
And they're fast. I remember from those episodes, they're like, you didn't think it, you wouldn't have thought they were fast, but they're like fast, like they're running around like crazy, and
they have that like prehistoric predator feel,
and they have like that raptor call when the other one's in danger. I don't know. They're just a cool species in Star Wars, the Trandoshans.
You know, it was funny because in Star Wars with Bossk, his outfit was like used multiple times. Like they just would change the alien head or the human person, but the same outfit was, the color was changed. They'd stain it or whatever, and they changed it, used the same outfit multiple times.
Yeah.
And if anyone remembers playing Republic Commando, I think the second series of that game, when you're on the abandoned, it's not abandoned, acclimator Star Destroyer, but like you're fighting Trandoshans like the whole time, and it's just like creepy and like that.
Aren't they like crawling on the ceilings and stuff too?
Yeah.
Oh. Bossk has one of my favorite weapons in Star Wars, the Relbe. The Relbe blaster rifle.
Nice. So cool.
Yeah, I'll fire off my number 5. I have a feeling this individual won't be on anybody's list, which I feel like is possible for our first couple. Where
I mean, my list is pretty vanilla.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like we're all gonna have like different people like at least first couple spots like for sure. So here, obviously, my love of like the Clone Wars, the animated series and stuff, and just like the prequels, I have Aura Singh in this list here.
Hate Aura
Singh. She is not on my list, but she would have been in my top 10.
Do you know why I like Aura Singh? She is like that psycho girlfriend character who is, because she even has specific like interactions with Hondo, and he's like basically like oh, so you couldn't handle Aura. Like they have like that like psycho ex-lover thing going on, but like she is just it's really cool because they picked her her character from just a random background character in Phantom Menace that they probably had no intent on being a larger role character. It's when they're doing the pod racing on
there were comics and stuff after episode 1 that had her as a key bounty hunter,
and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that was the intent behind her, but
she was the one during the pod race, right?
Yeah, she's just up on.
She had as much live action screen time as Gina Carano did versus Ronda Rousey in the ring.
Ooh,
ouch. Even less. Even less. But it's just another way that Star Wars has like just shown like, here's this random blip of a character, and
the fans.
Works.
You know what my wife always calls Aura Singh? And it's because we at the first celebration we went to together, we were just dating for a little bit. They had all these pictures there, and all these people were dressed like her waiting in line. So she called her Noodle Head because she has that like long, one long antenna out. So she called it. So it was a piece. So Jen would always walk around with a piece of like a spaghetti noodle holding on her head.
But I like the way she fights. I like her blasters. I like how she almost kind of like during Boba Fett's early years, like she's like a mentor-esque thing to him. Overall, just a unique character. Like it's one of those things. Like when we did the droid list, I said if I saw this character more, how would I feel about him? And she's a character I feel like they could expand upon if they really wanted to, and she'd be a really compelling character.
And Jamie King voices her in Clone Wars. She's an actress. She was in I would say the most notable for me is White Chicks. She's one of the blonde haired, girls in White Chicks, but she voices the animated version of that character. So
she also had a big growing point in Ahsoka's story. Like just in those first couple seasons, it's kind of like a pivotal thing, like where like Ahsoka's like Ahsoka obviously thinks that she kills her at one point, so like Ahsoka like takes a life. Obviously she takes a bunch of life, but it's mostly droids. But she takes this life. It's also around the time where like Ahsoka first starts having her visions, and like Aura Singh's a big part of that. So I don't know, just a cool character.
We do know who kills Aura Singh, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know who kills Aura Singh.
Yeah.
No one?
I know. It's in from Solo. I can't remember his name.
Woody Harrelson's character from Solo.
Why do they talk about that?
Yeah, he talked about him killing Aura Singh, and he's like, I didn't kill her. I just kind of pushed her.
Yeah.
Huh.
I didn't put two and two together that was who they were talking about.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I never.
What is his name? I can't remember. My mind is blank from the character's name.
Woody Harrelson's character.
People in the comments.
It's Woody Harrelson.
What's Woody Harrelson's name?
Woody Harrelson only plays Woody.
He's like one of my
here for it.
He's one of my favorite Disney era Star Wars characters. I can't even remember his name. We suck at the Star Wars podcast.
Oh my god, just follow us.
Well, I like that he's the one that teaches Han how to shoot first.
That's true.
Final lesson.
Yep.
I was gonna gun you down, kid.
So no, yes, I did know. I don't think anyone else had Aura Singh.
No, but like I said, and I had so many people popping in and out of that 5th position, and if we don't mention any of the other people during this breakdown, I'll kind of give like an honorable mention to maybe a character I'm thinking.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay, Paul.
My number 5 is Greedo.
Greedo.
Yeah.
All right.
And
do we have anybody else?
Anyone else with Greedo?
Little Greedo on the list.
The reason I have Greedo on there's a couple more. I think his character is a cool character. I think being a kid watching the original Star Wars, like he was a super cool looking character. One of the big things for me, so the reason this character is one of my favorites is meeting the actor who played him, Paul Blake. All right. The guy was such an awesome person to meet at Star Wars Celebration. I met him multiple times. And I'd always because my name's Paul, so I always say, oh, you're going to remember me next time. And I'm going to ask you. And he's like, oh yeah, of course I will. Of course I will. But obviously these people are seeing tens of thousands of people all the time, but he always would give us so much of his time to talk and get pictures. And he's just awesome, and he will write on everything that Han shot first because he believes Han shot first and hated that they did that. And
Han did shoot first, and I don't give a what everybody else says.
But he would say he just I said the character. Yeah, the character is also one that I always wanted more of. I wanted to know more of this character, and we do get little kid Greedo in episode 1. Where they're fighting. It was actually a cutout scene of them actually fighting, but he's there with Anakin and stuff with the pod race scene.
Oh, is that Greedo?
Yeah,
Greedo's
supposed to be child Greedo, and we know Greedo works he's one of Jabba's main bounty hunters, and
gets seen in Clone Wars.
Jabba's also upset when when they made the special editions, why did you kill poor Greedo, and just the original trilogy character I just always liked and loved the character after I met the actor who actually played him.
Is he the first Rhodian that you get to see in Star Wars?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's early on in the movie, so I would think.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know if there's another Rhodian in the original trilogy other than Greedo.
Oh.
Maybe a background character somewhere.
Maybe.
But, I mean...
Regardless, nothing with a name.
No one of note.
The Rhodians are a cool species. Just like the Trandoshans, they're just another really unique and cool species.
You know what's crazy about, Greedo is only in the original movie for what? Seconds. It ain't even that long.
Yeah.
They had 3 different people play that character in those seconds. Paul Blake was in the full suit standing up and stuff like that. And then there was a female who played... did the movements of the face and it's crazy to think that one character. How did they make these movies in such a small budget back then with you have 87 people playing the same character? How did you accomplish that?
You want to earn a buck?
Depreciation.
Yeah, but anyway, Greedo for me.
Okay.
Paul Blake, if you ever watch this, I love you, and you
should remember Paul's name.
You should remember my name.
Probably not.
Back to Dave because Bossk was my number 5.
Oh, number 5. Okay, all right.
Well, why don't we stake down?
Yeah, we can.
All right, cool. I threw my notes on the floor, so that's what I'm doing.
He's sniffing his feet.
IG-88.
IG-88.
I assumed that you would get an IG-88. He's not on my list.
It's not on my list either.
Okay, but I assume that we would get an assassin droid, and why not the original?
Before you go, I just want to say one thing about IG-88. I almost had IG-88 on my list.
Yeah.
It's almost my number 5. And then I was back and forth. Do I want to do IG-11 or do I want to do IG-88? and it was so tough. So I just want to let you know that it's not very surprising that you have him on your list because he is an awesome character.
Yeah. I mean, and again, for me, it goes back to a lot of the out of canon stuff with all the droid, not the droid, the bounty hunter wars, I think is what it was called. And there's a lot of history about IG-88 and how he became, his own man and so to speak, man. How they, I guess there was the banking clans made them, and
IG Intergalactic.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that until I think we talked about it the last time.
Yeah. So they made them, and they were basically enforcers and guards, and transporting the money kind of thing. And I forget the exact story because I suck at this.
What is their actual like? They did have a what kind of guard are they? They're like a specific kind of like. Aren't they like a specific?
They were some form of a bodyguard, or
I thought they had like
a hireable mercenary or something. But he, when all that falls to pieces, he basically decides he doesn't want to get melted down or retired or whatever, and just goes out on his own to be a bounty hunter for himself.
And you said that's non-canon.
This is non-canon. I mean, you have to remember,
but something that's still an impact.
As a child, I was blessed to have a mother and a grandmother who would.
Well, we were all blessed to have a mother and a grandmother.
But they would go to. I hope so, and I hope everybody out there was too. But they would go to yard sales, and anything and everything that had Star Wars written on it, even slightly, came home to me. And that included every single Star Wars expanded universe book that they ever came across.
Shadows of the Empire.
I have
IG-88, Shadows of the Empire, one of the most known characters in Shadows of the Empire. Yeah.
But I mean, I think at one point I actually had 4 copies of that book because they could never remember what I did or didn't have, so they just brought it all home.
And everyone owned that book too. I owned it, and I don't even like to read. I don't.
Yes, it was your first introduction into Star Wars for an assassin droid.
Yeah.
Obviously, they then used them in multiple different mediums, and they are just a cool character. They're formidable. They kick butt. And
I found it I always found him very interesting that he was an independent entity, like
a droid independent.
Yeah. How did a droid become a bounty hunter?
Exactly, and like why does a droid?
Why does he care about bounties?
Care about that.
He doesn't have a mouth to feed.
We talked about it 2 episodes.
He's got a battery to charge, right?
Yeah. I think 2 episode ago we talked about too how like his head was like part of the bar,
and I still didn't 3D print any of them.
And a New Hope, yeah.
All right, you're up, Paul.
No, IG-88 was a good one.
Number 4. My
number 4 is Jango Fett.
All right.
Okay.
Jango's Fett on anybody else's list?
Nope.
No one else has Jango?
I will explain why I don't have Jango when obviously we get further down.
So, to be honest with you,
Way through the galaxy.
I used to not really care much for Jango Fett.
I love Jango Fett. I love
him. Then when I started revisiting the Jango Fett stuff is when the Book of Boba Fett stuff came out. When they were showing Daniel Logan like young Boba Fett and showing more of that, like we treated Jango Fett as a villain. He wasn't a villain. He's got hired to do something. He's getting paid obviously very.
What's his line? Simple man just trying to make our way through the galaxy.
But for me, what went back to Jango Fett is I love the bounty hunter game that was out. That was about Jango Fett.
Yeah,
that game,
I remember that game.
That video game was so awesome, and it was so difficult. It was such a hard game, but I think the character was another one of those Lucasfilm mistakes, short-lived characters that we would have loved to see more of. And how awesome he actually was. But yeah, for me, I struggled. I felt like I had to get Jango on the list.
He sniffed my top 5 at one point, and just quickly made his way out because I kind of had to talk myself in moving him on from him. But yeah, like you said, just obviously talk about an important character. He's like the entire second and third movie and all of the Clone Wars. It's all because he volunteered as the clone. Like that's why, and you have such a love for like all these different clone characters. They're all just versions of him. What's that?
Fill this cup.
But they're all just versions of him. And so if you love any of those characters, you have to love Jango Fett.
Well, I mean,
Even though they're more just compliant.
He's also responsible for like the way that the clones fought. Like he wasn't part of just like donating DNA. He was the part of the training and the learning and stuff like that as well. So yeah, Jango Fett. I love the actor. He's such a good human being. So
have you met him?
Fenn Morrison. I got his autograph, but unfortunately, right now at Celebration these days, that those interactions are so short lived. Like you get like 22 seconds at the most from the time you see his face to the time you're kicked out of the line. So which I hate. That's one of the reasons why I stopped getting autographs as much as Celebration, because you're paying all this money and they can't even give you like enough time to like have a little bit of a conversation.
I love you, Jango Fett. I love how blue you are. Bye.
It's you couldn't even get that much off, so but yeah.
The fact that you're Samoan is so cool. See you.
Yeah. He did a dance at actually him and Daniel Logan, who played young Boba Fett. They did like that, whatever those dance are called. What are they said the Samoan, like they're like whatever, like and they slap each other.
Yeah.
Whatever his dance are, but he did one on the stage in front of everyone, him and Daniel Logan, and I thought it was pretty cool.
These clones are
because he pushed really hard for his Boba Fett character to have that like that kind of like, I don't know, whatever it's called.
Cultural background.
Yeah. So. All right, that was it. I'm done.
We're on my number 4. I gotta go actually look. Okay.
You don't have it memorized?
No, because so I did it weird. Like when I put them in like a bunch of names and I just started deleting them out, and then I just didn't assign the numbers. So they're not in order in my list, which is why it's not.
That makes sense.
It's not photographically recalling.
I can't fault you on that one.
So number 4 for me is, shocker, a Clone Wars character, Embo.
Oh, I have him. He's my number 1.
First of all, you're not supposed to tell us where he's at.
Oh, well, I mean,
way to go, Dave.
He's my number 1.
Way to go, Dave.
He's my number 1. But Embo, just like just a really unique bounty hunter. I think the parts that he plays in the Clone Wars, in terms of like the mystique that's around him, like he's like, in terms of like a bounty hunter, I would say he's the most like ninja-esque bounty hunter, which people usually go nuts for.
Especially how they showed him in Mandalorian and Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is just like an exemplification of his character and like how he is in the Clone Wars. Obviously, he works a little bit more like as a team for the most part in the Clone Wars, but like he never talks. He constantly reappears. But he's one of the efficient bounty hunters during that time. Like he kind of gets stuff done. But he's a true bounty hunter. Like he'll just do whatever work. It doesn't matter what it is. Obviously, as long as the price is right. But just a cool looking character. He always has like a companion with him. Merrick and then non-Merrick. Apparently non.
I feel like he has a pant size of like a 14 by 36
and a torso that's a child small.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that I hate his character. But I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much. I love his character.
Well, I feel like you typically gravitate towards like that assassin ninja thing. Like you like that,
and the dog companion too. It's a big part.
Like I said, I don't hate it, but I don't think he would have been on my top 10 list.
And I approach this list the same way, like I said with the droids. Like it's if a character I could see more of, I would want to see more of, and Embo absolutely is a character that I would love.
Like I loved him in the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, I'm so happy they brought him to live action, and I hope that he makes additional bounty hunter appearances.
They didn't kill him.
Yeah,
no one dies in Star Wars anymore. So
no, it's true.
I say it every episode now.
We're gonna do an episode about that too.
So, like, any particular more reasons there?
No, I just ever since
he's
I saw
your number
him,
one, man.
Yeah,
he's your number one.
He's number one. I just ever since. I mean, you kind of covered most of it, but like, ever since I saw him in the Clone Wars, and like you said, he'll be the good guy. He'll be a bad guy. He'll do whatever. He's
using his hat as a shield is pretty awesome.
Yeah, he is the emphasis of a bounty hunter. Yeah, like he'll do whatever.
He's Kung Lao.
He's also very acrobatic.
Yeah,
like super acrobatic.
And like he can hold his own.
What's his race?
I have no idea.
Actually, I do not know this.
He's a known race. I forget.
Are there other characters that we see that are like him?
Is. I forget.
Yeah, look it up. I
for a minute I actually thought he was a droid.
Are you familiar with him at all before the movie?
I mean, I've seen him, but I didn't really get like informationally in depth with him.
Okay.
Yeah. I have spotty or slow connection in Greg's basement, so
Connect to the Wi-Fi then.
he is a Kuzo, Kyuzo,
Spell it again.
Kyuzo.
Kuzo. Okay. And does it say if there's any other Star Wars characters like him? Because like I said, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Like he's the only one that I know of. And he never like I don't think he speaks like a common language either. Like I don't know if he ever speaks.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get to these answers, so my phone ain't gonna load down here. So.
Like, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll figure it out later.
I don't know if he's speaking Huttese because it doesn't sound like it. Because he also has like a very specific like deep tone. Obviously, he doesn't speak basic, but when he's with these other bounty hunters, like I think they understand him. Obviously, in the Mandalorian, Grogu, does he even say anything?
He says the dog's name.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he says the dog's name.
He's usually not very talkative. He's a very stoic character.
Yeah.
Which kind of gives that like vibe that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I get it, and once again, I think this is we're seeing a little bit more of the older generation of Star Wars versus some of the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which I knew it was going to happen in the movie because it happens in the shows as well. When it's hitting the fan, in the movie, Embo is like, they're like, save us, bounty hunter. He's like, peace, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Because the same thing happens in the Clone Wars when, yet again, they're hired, ironically, by the Hutts on Nal Hutta. And that's when Maul is coming around with the rest of the Shadow Collective at the time, or at least the Shadow Collective, the criminal empire that he starts forming with like the Death Watch and stuff. And they show up on Nal Hutta to basically try and take control of the Hutts. And same thing, like you have Embo's one of the bounty hunters they hire to protect them. But the moment it starts going south, him and the other bounty hunters, we're out of here.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you're no longer getting paid and you know you're gonna fail or you're gonna lose, why risk yourself?
100%, 100%. But they just play that bounty hunter role appropriately. Like they don't.
That's a good one. Like I said, I like the character. Just
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised his Dave's number one.
I'm very surprised. I actually
he's my number one,
I didn't think that he was going to be honestly on anybody's list.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he's your number one is definitely shocking to me. But Quattro there.
So this one's a little silly.
Silly goose.
My number 4 is Marival. He is a bounty hunter.
You're talking about
Marival. Yes.
Moral Eval.
Yeah.
Eval. I can never say his name. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He's from the Clone Wars. I don't know if you guys remember the box episode where like they hire all the bounty they get all the bounty hunters together and then they fake kill off Obi-Wan as Hako Radin.
Is it Rocco Hardin or Reiko Hardin?
Reiko Hardin. And he's
what race is this character? I can't picture his character.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know if I've ever seen another.
Because they broke it. Because he got Obi-Wan. They like skin morphed him into like this bounty hunter, put him in jail, and then they broke him out with Cad Bane, and they went to the box. He's just like he has that voice like the
Moralo Eval.
You know, and I don't know. I just thought he was a really cool character and.
Cool.
He was somebody like he wasn't sniffing my top 5, but he is a character I had to go across as I was thinking about all of the characters. Yes, that like mini arc with him, Obi-Wan, and Cad Bane is a really cool arc. It's actually like I have a lot of favorites in arcs in the Clone Wars, but I would say like that's a very memorable arc. He is a cool character. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if he's top 5 worthy, but obviously it's your list. Like make the list what you want, and I wouldn't necessarily say that's a silly pick. He's a cool character.
Yeah, I just like his his demeanor about everything is very just like
he's the getaway driver.
Yeah, he's a getaway. Yeah, you know.
I honestly I can't even I don't even remember these episodes, and I'm glad that Logan's watching, so I'll have to keep an eye. Is that season?
What's he? It's
like not. It might be season 4.
Okay, so
it's like in the middle somewhere.
So we're still in the end of season.
It's not 1, 2, or 3. I think it's in season 4, and it's the episode like I said where they break out Cad Bane and
Morale Eval.
Yeah, something like that.
You gotta say it right.
But Count Dooku assembles him and all of these other people. But he assembles all of these bounty hunters on what's his home planet? Count Dooku's home planet.
Oh
Dooku's.
man, I do not.
Duke.
I'm sorry.
Serrano, because it's like the pepper. I don't know why I always think about that. Like, and his temple, Count Dooku's castle or lair kind of has like a pepper shape to it. The Serrano pepper. I don't know why. But yes, it's Serrano, but he assembles all these bounty hunters there for the purpose of they have essentially a job to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine. Does that ring a bell? If you go to the Festival of Light,
some of that,
Festival of Light Naboo.
I mean, I do remember like the episodes where Count Dooku, where he's from. I do remember that stuff. I just don't remember. I don't remember this
Quite
bounty
all the
hunter you're
details.
talking about. I just don't.
He has like almost like a reptilian look as well.
Okay, I'll look him up. Well,
Yeah.
we'll watch it.
We'll look it up.
I'm gonna
I'll show
find
you
the
after.
episode and watch it tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
if people don't know about him, Greg's gonna put a little picture of him.
Yep.
Greg, you put a picture of him.
Is that-
This is where but Greg did not put a picture of him. I'm just gonna scroll across. No, I will.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sneaking back. And no, Paul, why don't you start? We'll just mix up the order here.
Yeah, why not?
Numero.
All right.
Trace.
So my number 3 is Asajj Ventress.
She was somebody that also sniffed my list.
I definitely thought about. putting
So
it on.
like, and I actually was telling Tommy when we were. He's like, "Well, she wasn't out here." I'm like, "Yes, she was. She became a
Mhm.
bounty hunter after,
Yeah.
she left the Separatists.
Way to go, Tommy.
She became a bounty hunter.
Spoiler! Spoiler!
So here was the thing. So like, the original like 2000, what was it? 2003 Clone Wars.
2003 2D Clone Wars.
Yes.
2D.
Asajj Ventress and Dirge were both two awesome new characters from that show.
Mhm.
And I said that no matter what, because of that show was like, I believe, even though it's not the Clone Wars we know and love today, it started that feel. I think so. It either had to be Dirge or Asajj Ventress on my list for
Okay.
that reason. I just think her character's cool. I think she has to have one of the grandest story arcs in the Clone Wars. And then even to the Tales of the Jedi stuff or Tales of
Tells you the underworld.
Tales of the Underworld
Yep.
stuff. I just think, and then like she's always been juggling the dark side, and like she loves Obi-Wan Kenobi. She does. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, she,
Total crush.
I don't care if the whole Quinlan Voss thing, I don't believe it. Like, she loves Obi-Wan Kenobi. But, yeah, I just like the character. I like the fact that she is a Force using, lightsaber wielding bounty hunter. I think is also a pretty cool thing. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot to say other than that her character, Dave Filoni and the Clone Wars people have done a really good job at every season adapting that character very well.
I think there's only one time that I don't like Asajj Ventress, and it's for a blip on the radar. And it is after she gets back to Dathomir and the Night Sisters are pulling out all the bad memories from her. And it's the one where she sees her initial master die.
Master.
Just the way she says it, I'm like, it makes my skin crawl. Every single time when her first master dies,
Yeah.
it's like,
Just a tiny bit cringy.
it's it just the.
I actually forgot about that episode where they pulls the bad memories out of her and stuff.
Yeah, it's the same episode where Palpatine's basically like, I sense her growing too strong. Dooku, prove your worth. Kill her. Make sure she dies. And obviously she doesn't. So yeah, Dooku tries to kill her. Yeah.
I don't really care when they give her hair. Eventually, I'm not a big fan of them giving her the hair. But
Because when does she
It's
get
like a little swoop.
was that in the Tales of the Underworld series where she had the hair?
Well, she had it in the Bad Batch, I think.
Yeah.
She has it in Tales of the Underworld. Does she get it in the Clone Wars at all? Because at one point,
It's
near
almost
the
as bad
end-
as Superman putting glasses on. We don't know he's Clark Kent. You know what I mean? Like,
Because
they're trying to hide when he put some hair on you.
Well, in her youth, she had the same hair.
Yeah.
So she almost kind of
Oh.
went back to her roots there. Because, like I said, when you see her in those
Back to her
flashbacks, she
roots?
has that.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's just
Apparently, her red light therapy worked.
she's just a character I like.
okay.
She's just a character I really like, and I felt like she deserved to be on someone's list.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, like I said, she very. If my top 5 was like really coming down to it, I've kept bouncing between her and Aura Singh.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like we have a lot of Asajj Ventress, which is not a bad thing. I really like her.
she would be, if when we do it one day, she'll be in my top 5 Clone Wars characters too.
Yeah.
So
And I have That's gonna be hard for me.
That's gonna be hard, but for me, she has to be. They spent so much time. I think they've adapted her character. Other than the main handful, she's probably the next most story-driven character in the Clone Wars. So
I love her interactions initially with Anakin and Obi-Wan. I love her interactions afterwards with Ahsoka. You know, when she's kind of fallen to that like the more neutral bounty hunter side. I like her interactions with the bounty hunters. Yeah, no, like I said, she was almost my number 5. Ended up not being, but yeah, Asajj Ventress is awesome.
well, there's only been one double so far with Bossk.
Except for David's number 1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
David's number 1.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was my number 3. So, who's up, Greg?
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Okay. I told you
Is
guys.
this going to be an original trilogy character? Is he standing in the row with all the other ones?
Oh my god! I told you guys when it comes to bounty hunters, I'm pretty vanilla.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna guess this one.
We're not going to guess it. Number 3.
Dengar.
Nope.
I was going to say
Forlam.
Dinjarin.
Zuckuss.
Din
Dinjarin.
Djarin is on my list.
Yep.
He's on my list
He's
as
on my list.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So we can all wipe one off.
Hey, just go see the Mandalorian and Grogu episode that we just got done shooting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
go see the movie if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet. What are you waiting for? What are you
I'm sorry,
waiting
but-
for? That says it in the movie. There you go.
They call it the Mandoverse. He can't not be on a list.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, just because the movie is still recent, regarding the stuff that we're going to potentially talk about with Mando, Din Djarin, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, the discussion might come up about this.
Well, we can try to avoid it. I mean, all the reasons why he's on my list have nothing to do with the movie.
Okay.
I mean, first of all, I heard about The Mandalorian long before it went into production, and I was excited for it. I saw some test footage from it, and I was excited for it. And I had no idea it was going to get as big as it did, but just the idea of Lucasfilm deciding to, focus on something that's not Jedi related just enthralled me. And I think they delivered on that. And it's spawned all of the series that we've gotten since it, and it that's why.
Well, the Mandalorian culture and people in general is one of those things that does draw me into Star Wars. It's one of the things that draws me closer to loving it. Because and we get it first with our first exposure to our first exposure to it is Boba Fett in the original trilogy, but they really start harping on it and really showing us Mandalore in the Clone Wars. You get Death Watch, you get to see
Rebels.
Yeah, you see him in Rebels, but I also like that you get to just see the Mandalorian people in their pacifist ways and then in their warrior ways. So they're already a really interesting culture. So yes, finally getting a character that we can specifically deep dive into during this time after everything right?
Yeah.
During this time after
Mhm.
the purge of Mandalore, actually getting to see where they're at. Yeah, it's a really cool place to pick up a character storyline. And yeah, Din Djarin is a fantastic character.
Talking about the Mandalorians, when we talk about the culture, I don't think there's any other group of people or characters in Star Wars. Just think the planet. Usually every planet is straightforward. A ship just knows where they're going and they fly in this planet. But Mandalore is so vast. We see there's all these different tribes, and even though they're all Mandalorian, they're all completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we know the Watch is completely different than the actual rulers of Mandalore and stuff like that. And they don't live on Mandalore. They live on these moons and stuff around.
The moon of Concordia. They were banished there.
And it's I think, obviously Dave Filoni has this passion and love about Mandalorians as well. Which, obviously they're in everything. Almost everything that's made needs Mandalorians in. They're in every single.
They're in Shadow Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah. And for me with Din Djarin, the character was just cool from the first battle you see in the show. And when they first announced the Mandalorian, everyone thought it was going to be about Boba Fett. It was just called the Mandalorian. We knew nothing about it. That's the celebration, whatever one it was, when they showed the first couple clips of the Mandalorian, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. You know, and when it came out, people complained about it. I'm like, what are you guys watching? Because you're not watching what I'm watching.
Yeah.
They had me hooked immediately in that first scene where he does that quick draw like off to the side, like real like Western style, but like just the way they did it, I was like, okay, I'm here for this.
Bring in hot or bring in cold.
Yeah,
Yep.
and like talk about like a good one liner.
You know, and he feels like an original character.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't feel like he wasn't a forced character or anything. He's so unique compared to any of the other bounty hunters or Mandalorians we've seen.
And his growth as a character is so fun to watch.
And we talked about in the last episode the growth of him from this bounty hunter who doesn't really have many cares other than following his religion to like being this father that his life has changed completely over a couple year period of time. And he's still a fun character. Like it didn't dumb him down. It made him even cooler yet.
Do you think that the reason he changed and went back for Grogu was because Grogu saved him, or just because he felt bad doing that to a child? What do you think was because obviously I think both are factors. What do you think was the main factor?
I think he initially thought he could get more from another buyer.
I disagree.
I think it showed that
that was a joke.
Okay, I got it once the laugh came on. I thought you deadpanned me with a serious response.
I think we realized, I think it's in season 1, what he goes through as a child, and someone who wasn't his father or his mother had rescued him and raised him. And I think he realized like he owed his life to that, and it's the right thing to do to give the same to somebody else in need. And I think it was tough. Like people treat Grogu in the series in The Mandalorian as like a pet. Like you're like, oh, how much for your pet? Or I'm going to put him in a cage.
Your little green guy.
They treat him like crap. Where Din Djarin never treated him like that and couldn't. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't. Like, because I mean, come on now, that scene in season 1 of him going in there and just killing all them stormtroopers and stuff, and to say like that is such an awesome scene. And not only does he kill everybody, he takes the reward too.
Yeah,
like it ain't like he gives it back. He, you know, yeah. I mean,
wasn't he wearing the reward by that point?
Very quickly there.
Yeah. So yeah, I would like to hear your reasons why too. Like it's just awesome that we like the 4 of us here. We all he's a new Star Wars character, newer, like Disney era of Star Wars, and we all have him on our list. And I think that shows the importance of the Mandalorian show for the future, for what we're getting now for Star Wars and the future of Star Wars.
And here, I thought you guys were going to laugh at me for not picking someone more obscure.
No, I'll just piggyback. I won't say too much more, but yeah, just the original character. I mean, I've loved the Mandalorian race since I played Knights of the Old Republic.
It's just a tea, everybody.
And I learned all about them, and then they brought him in, and then the armor was just like, oh my gosh. So,
I mean, even adapted with the Beskar, like
yeah,
they went crazy. They went crazy with the lore of the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Like
it's cool that he's also he's a man of honor. Like he's a character that a lot of people who honor is part of like their core like kind of like a core value, like having like integrity and like the things that come along with it and honor. Like it's cool to see a character like that played out on screen, and like you can connect with him. And like you said, later on, as his character grows, you can connect with him being a family man. Like he is gonna do the right thing for his family, for his people. They really did his character well.
He won't do anything for money, but he'll do anything for Grogu.
Yep.
You hurt him, you were gonna get the full wrath of Din Djarin.
Anyways, he is probably I think when you first see him, he's a bounty hunter, right? I think as you see him grow and kind of develop his character, he's still a bounty hunter, but he does a lot of non-bounty hunter things. Like he'll do things for free, just because it's the right thing to do. So he's a bounty hunter for the most part, but he also has non-bounty hunter, just good guy tropes.
He's a dad bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Like, just think about the times
He's a
where
bounty
he's
hunter.
like, he's like, I respect the people in the bar. I'm gonna take down this pirate ship for you guys.
Yeah.
What do I want for it? Nothing. Oh,
Because they became friends. His like you said,
he's tight.
his friends and stuff mean a lot to him, and the people that have helped him. You know, there's something I want to talk about. Well, we'll wait because I know this other characters get brought up. We'll talk about it then. But yeah, I mean, he's just an honorable person, and they made it. He's a smart character, and they show how like intelligent he is. And I also like that about him. He's not just like, oh, guns blaze. Like, even as much as he hated droids originally, he knew.
Which I love that dynamic too.
What's that?
Him hating droids, and how he was, you know, and how
Oh,
he came,
yeah.
and how he overcame that. It was.
Well, he overcame it for certain things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But he's still kicking B2s in the knees in season 2.
but like,
Well,
but
yeah.
IG
Or
but,
3.
but IG-11, like, he knew that his only chance, like, we're gonna work together. We got to work together here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's an intelligent character.
Oh, for sure. All right, who's next?
It's bumping down to me now.
Yeah.
That was he was your number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still on number 3s.
All right. This character's on everybody's list. He is the front and center man here. I'm putting Boba Fett at number 3.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
on my list.
On
On
my
my
list.
list.
I have a feeling that he's probably number 1 on 2 people's list. I'm not gonna reveal that, but you guys don't have to.
You know that's not me.
not number 1. So I initially had Jango Fett and Boba Fett on my list to choose from, and I obviously chose Boba Fett over Jango Fett primarily because you get to see his entire character arc. You get to see him literally from when he was a kid to when he first becomes a bounty hunter, and like his trials and tribulations along the way. Like you see him like when he's very immature. Then like he's also just that character in the original trilogy. Like, oh my god! Like I'm assuming that's how it probably was when you guys first saw it. Like this character is shown for 2 seconds. They obviously kill him off pretty quickly, and everybody gets pissed about it. But like, what a cool looking character in that Mandalorian armor. But just like his character development, it's fantastic. It's everything that you wanted Jango Fett to be in a character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pretty much summed it up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boba, like it's cool, like when you look at like the history of that character. So like Boba originally was all white armor, like that helmet there. And they put him in a parade with Star Wars characters in California just to see the reaction of the people. Like this character that no one's seen before. And everyone was like obsessed with this character in this parade. And that's why one of the reasons why George threw him in Empire Strikes Back and stuff. Then I don't think for 1 second, and George makes this mistake a lot, that he thought Boba Fett would turn into what he turned into, just like with Maul. Like we've seen, like he regretted killing Maul many times over. But that, you know, for me, and you're right, I wasn't alive for these movies. The special edition was my first real experience getting to like learn these characters, understand these characters, and the little bit of extra they put Boba Fett in the special edition was awesome as well to see a little bit more. But we always wished for more, and it took, you know, to really get to experience more was like the Clone Wars. He seemed like young Boba Fett, but like
the Clone Wars just fixed everything.
They did. The Clone Wars was like, yeah. It's the MacGyver bubblegum.
It is.
I just, like I said, I love watching, like, when you first see Boba Fett in the Clone Wars, he still looks, I think he's still trying to emulate what he's supposed to look like from when you see him in Attack of the Clones. Like, he still has, like, that long hair.
Yeah.
His name's Lucky. That's the undercover name that he has when he's aboard the Jedi cruiser with the other clone cadets,
which is awesome episode.
It's fantastic, and like you can see that he still has like that revenge and hatred towards Mace Windu. That's like his only purpose when he's young. It's like, I'm going to kill the man that killed my father.
Dave Filoni, remember, I can fix everything. We talked about this before. Contact me. We will write Book of Boba Fett season 2 together, and it'll be the greatest show you ever made. Sorry.
But like you see him at that young age, and like even then, like because he's riding with Aura Singh, Bossk, and Castus is the other guy's name, the cowardly bounty hunter, Castus. I'm not going on a ship. Everything's blowing up. Windows clear like that. Cat's
Okay.
But like you see that he's still a kid at that time, like he's not capable of killing yet, because there are times where Aurra Singh's trying to get him there. Aurra Singh's trying to push him past where he's at maturity wise, but he can't. And like you can see that there's still good in him, and I think it's the one admiral who every admiral. That's Castus. An admiral must go down with his ship. From that episode.
What was that, Angel? I didn't quite catch that.
I'm gonna do plenty of voices. We'll just keep going. What's that? Do you remember that admiral's name?
I know you're talking. I can see
He's
his
balding.
face. Yeah, I can. I don't.
Because he initially sets him up with the blasters, like for the space scrap.
Yeah.
And then he sets him up like get to like your pods. I'm gonna time you, kind of thing. But like
Yeah.
that admiral's like a pretty cool dude.
I can see his face, and I know exactly what it looks like. I don't.
But like Boba Fett is basically told to like kill for Aurra Singh, like show like that you're capable of doing this, and like even that guy says like I know like that's not you, like that's not who you are. He calls it out Boba Fett, and like you said, you see Boba Fett later down the line, even as he's maturing, he's never. Anytime he's put in that type of situation, you feel like he's pressured into it. Like in the prison scene, like Cad Bane's the one that pays him to. It's actually during that sequence with Morale. There you go. Insert there. Insert said name. But like even during that, like Cad Bane's like tipping him off to like be bad. Like, and you see like him learn all these bad things along the way. He obviously goes all the way up to the point where he's like this super badass like bounty hunter in the Star Wars world. Then when he gets eaten into the Sarlacc pit and comes out, like it's almost like he's born again, and you get to see like him go about a different path. It's just a really unique character.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of hatred towards the Book of Boba Fett show, and obviously there's some things the Book of Boba Fett show I would change in a heartbeat.
Yep, 100%.
But the greatest part about that show was his time with the Tusken Raiders.
Like a panther.
Yeah. I just thought like you said, like the born again thing, like these people, like, you know, eventually they originally kidnap him,
Mm-hmm.
but then they like he earns their respect and like he trains them, and I love how they
kidnapping in Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know, but I love how they like portrayed him then, even when he gets his armor and stuff back, that he kept that like he was never a melee fighter. Now he's the total package.
Yeah.
He's obviously a great shot. He even accidentally blows up shit with his rockets.
I was aiming for the other one.
It was cool because I honestly,
I did the voice that time.
When I just watched that again like a week or two ago, and I noticed like when it shows him aiming, he is actually aiming the other one.
Which I noticed it when I was like, that's not the one he was aiming at. They must have made a mistake, and then he obviously explains.
But I mean, the character has just been, he's, you know, almost a 50-year-old character, like fan favorite character. And so like the Book of Boba Fett was a tough thing for them to make because of that reason. You had to make it perfect for these fans, and there's some aspects of it that just are not. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the 2, maybe 3 weakest shows on Disney Plus. Like you could tell it was during a time where they were more than likely rushing. I feel like they could have done a lot of a better job with it. But when I go back, there's also some things I can still appreciate, except for one thing.
Let me guess.
No, don't even say it because it's gonna come up. Freaking no. Even worse than that.
What?
It's the worst thing about the Book of Boba Fett. It's gonna come up this episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I already
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's his number 1 character too.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler.
I guarantee it is.
Okay, so that was my number 3, David.
Am I a hint, Angel?
Huh?
Am I a hint? I'm just the wrong color.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Krrsantan's
I
awesome.
think
Yeah.
we've hit everybody on my list but one. So
is this your number 3?
this is my number. No, it'd be my number.
Well, we're on number 3, David.
Yeah, but my number 3 was already hit.
Well, then you're just gonna say.
Who was your number 3?
My number 3 was Boba Fett.
Okay.
Oh, is it number 3?
But I'll go to my last one.
So
And-
you're
You're
did,
doing
well, did everyone do their number 3 so far?
Yeah, we started boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
mine was-
Okay, so
Number
you go to
two.
I'll go to number 2. My number 2 is his number 1. It's gonna be Cad Bane. And I feel bad talking about him before he talk because Angel is like he lives and breathes Cad
Angel
Bane. So
Bane.
I'll let you.
You know how close I've been to just like several times. I'm gonna go to a custom hat maker and I'm getting a freaking Bane hat.
I thought you were gonna say paint your face blue.
You know what? Actually, as a matter of fact, if I ever go to Star Wars Celebration, I gotta go as Cad Bane.
Let's do it. What are you
Yeah.
waiting? What are you waiting for?
Star Wars Celebration.
2027.
Next year.
But
Go.
I'm sure you can scalp a ticket.
Cad Bane is he is obviously yes. Okay, spoiler. He's my number 1. And he's my number 1.
He's your number 1. He's your number 1.
He's
You can't
my
say.
number
You
one.
can't say
He's my
that.
number one.
You can't say that.
You say he's my number 1. But and I love that they even kind of go into his character a little bit more in Tales of the Underworld. Like you see how he became a bounty hunter, but he's almost grown up as like a he's more of like a criminal bounty hunter, like almost like a gangster kind of thing. But just I love the way he talks. I love the way he looks. He's the only bounty hunter who every single time can go toe to toe with a Jedi. And some people don't like that. Some people don't like that he's able to compete with like the likes of Obi-Wan and stuff. I actually think it's amazing because he does it in a bounty hunter way. He uses his tools and the things that his
It's an intelligence thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Smart
You
enough.
can tell how smart he is, and just he's that quintessential Western trope in a bounty hunter. Like he has the low drawling voice and stuff, and like he walks slow. He has a swagger about him. Just Cad Bane, hands down, he's one of my favorite Star Wars characters in general. He is awesome.
The Book of Boba Fett stuff with like
Yes.
the relationship between Boba and him, like they're like the tiebacks to like them being together and working together and stuff. I thought was awesome.
And you could tell that he was a mentor in Boba Fett's life, but in a criminal kind of way, and that's why like Boba Fett, as he's born again, hates Cad Bane.
Don't worry, he's not dead. They don't kill anybody in Star Wars anymore at all.
Well, let me tell you something. That was hands down one of my biggest disappointments ever in Star Wars. Not the fact that he died; it's the way he died.
I mean, I thought the fight was pretty cool, but
You
I like
killed Cad Bane with a stick. The guy who could fight against Obi-Wan, fight against any other Jedi,
He was
could
old.
stand toe to toe. I get he was old. Boba Fett's old. Boba Fett's old.
He's younger though.
And he basically had Boba Fett. Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't want him to kill off Boba Fett, but like, if you're gonna kill a character, like, that felt like it was such an unjust way to kill his character. He's one of the coolest Star Wars characters. Dies by a stick in the dumbest way. I hate it.
I like Cad Bane. Once again, I'm not a huge Cad Bane
I'm
fan.
huge.
And I'm glad you are. And I like the character. I like that they made him very unique. You know. But yeah, I mean, I thought the battle was cool, and I thought that it was, you know, cool that an older character a named character is dying, because I said they don't ever kill these characters off anymore. But yeah, I mean, the fight, it ain't like it just was a fight with a stick. They fought with guns and.
Cad Bane had dead to rights.
Mm.
Blast you to the face on the ground.
Maybe you should have let. Maybe
Death by
you
stick.
don't talk shit. You just pull the trigger.
You don't talk shit, you get hit
Final.
by stick.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
It would have actually been better. I know it would have made you feel better, like if his gun jammed or something, and there's like a way that Boba Fett got the upper
Just
hand.
something.
Mhm.
You just take out one of the coolest characters.
Got hit.
And he's good in everything. He's great in the Clone Wars. They bring him back in the Bad Batch, and he's a really important part of that show. Like, he's got a cool droid. He's like the bounty hunter-esque of
Well,
bounty
his
hunters.
droid was on your droid
Yeah,
list.
Toto 360. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have put R2 somewhere on the list, but still going to get flamed for that.
Yep.
But,
All day, every day.
like, he works directly with Palpatine, like, several times throughout the Clone Wars.
He's one bounty hunter, like we talked about earlier, how Din Djarin, like, things other than money strayed him. But
That is
Cad
it for
Bane,
Cad Bane.
yes, if you paid him,
For the right
he's doing the
price.
job. Yes, he's doing the job. Like, there's no going back on it. There's,
And he's fearless. He'll do any job.
Mm-hmm.
And he says it. I'll do any job for the right price. He freaking kidnaps children. He's evil. He's an evil guy.
Yeah.
But he's such a compelling evil guy.
Palpatine's evil.
Well, that's good.
And just the Duros like species is also just a really cool species. Like,
Another original trilogy, New Hope
Mhm.
species.
but like just think about like he's got a giant trench coat. He's got the Western style like hat with a brim. He's got even like the respirators. But everything has a purpose. Like aren't the respirators so?
Would have you been more satisfied if Din Djarin went gunslinger style with him and defeated him that way? Drew faster than him? Because they kept mentioning it.
I think that's right there is probably the way that you could have showed his age and sent him out appropriately, because obviously he goes up against who's the guy who had Boba Fett's armor?
Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Cad Bane, yes. So like you see him go into a quick draw battle with
Something like that.
Cobb Van.
Cobb Vanth. He goes into a quick draw battle with him, and clearly like he's still got skill. He's still a gunslinger. He takes out him and that deputy. He didn't stand a chance. But talk about like he just comes out of the like what's the episode called? Stranger from the
I'm
Desert?
just sitting here picture. Listen, I'm just trying to sit here and picture right now you watching that final episode, and you probably paused the TV, probably threw the
I
remote
was
down,
so
and got up
mad.
like. Are you like, looking for someone to bitch to?
I
And
was
there's like
so
nobody there.
mad.
He started counting.
You started counting.
we're not going to count. But no, like I said, like his live action intro, like him just emerging from the desert, like that stranger from the desert. It's just
Well, I thought they did a fantastic job with the look of him in live action. I thought his character looked great.
There were other like I saw a bunch of other people who did like more of like his Clone Wars, like it was closer to his Clone Wars version. I've grown to like it. Because initially I was like, man, his arms seem kind of long, his fingers look weird. But like, if you go back and actually look at him in the Clone Wars, it's very comparable. Like, it is good. They got the same guy to voice him. The guy who voices him does an amazing job. Like, he has such a he's
Yeah, I think that I forget who it
it's
is. But
Cad
I
freaking Bane,
think
people.
that guy voiced
Cad
a couple
Bane.
characters, but-
Best
So
value.
I knew I would have bet any amount of money that Cad Bane was number one on your list.
Oh,
I would have
yeah.
bet any
Oh, yeah.
money on that.
So who
100%.
has people left?
I'm done.
I'm done.
I have one.
He has one because
Who is it?
my number, because we were all number twos, right?
Mhm.
My number two is Din Djarin.
My number 2 is Din Djarin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
can we be two brothers?
Two.
so the one
Deuce.
the one that I have left is Fennec Shand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
she's
Fennec
good.
Shand was
Yeah,
potentially
She scraped the bottom of it.
Yeah.
She
She's gonna be an honorable mention.
She sniffed your list,
And-
Paul.
Yeah. Listen, but before, well, no, you know what? It's your character. If you don't say what I want to say, I will
Then
say
you
it.
can, okay,
Go ahead.
okay. And again, I think this kind of goes back to what we were saying about, strong female characters. I wanted to, pick a female character that exemplifies that, and she's she's cunning. She's an amazing shot. And then in Book of Boba Fett, watching her run up that building and chase down those two potential assassins is just straight killer.
She voiced Mulan.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal and loyal. Her loyalty to Boba Fett. Like the character just
Well, she was dead in the desert.
vibes.
Dead in the desert.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was she your number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Boba Fett was my number one.
Yeah, I assume. Boba Fett number one.
Yeah.
But yes, Fennec Shand, and she's a great. Like, obviously, I think the first time you ever see her is
Wasn't she?
live action? Because she's in the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
She's in Mando, isn't she? Yeah.
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 That's where you see her. I think you see her in season
2.
Yeah. Season 2.
Yeah.
He's the one that is there when she's wounded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when
That's when you got the teaser of Boba Fett where you heard the spurs. Even though he's not obviously doesn't have spurs on, but you always hear Boba Fett walking like he has spurs. So
Yeah.
Like, she is a great character in the Bad Batch. Like her
Mhm.
interactions with Omega. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean,
Omega.
what's the thing you always used to say with Omega? You always say like a certain like phrase or something. It's been a while,
I don't remember.
but you'd always say something like with her voice, and you would always mimic it. I can't remember what it was,
Tick.
but
no, I just
Oh,
I really thought she
inhibited
was
chip.
such a cool
Inhibited
character.
chip. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
inhibited chip.
Inhibited chip.
Such a cool character though.
My favorite Fennec Shand moment has to be when she goes at the end of Book of Boba Fett and just shreds all them people.
The Pikes.
The Pikes and the governor or whatever, the mayor, and she just shreds them. The mayor, like, he has to weigh like 300 pounds. She just lifts him up, strangles him, and lifts him up on a thing like it's nothing.
She has such a cool helmet. It's very knight-esque. And she's like an expert marksman. Yeah, just cool character. Cool character.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about, and I know we're going back to people we already talked about, but like we were saying about like the Mandalorians, like with Din Djarin, like the loyalty and stuff like that. Well, we see it a lot with Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett. When like he promises, I promise that, you know, I will stick with you to the kid's return, and then Grogu is taken, and he's like, I made the deal, like we're gonna see it through.
Yeah.
And Fennec's against it, you know.
How did we talk about Boba Fett and not mention Slave One?
It is.
And the sonic detonators, is that what they're called?
Seismic charges.
Seismic charges.
Wow. when he drops the size in Book of Boba Fett, when he drops it inside the Sarlacc pit, that's pretty awesome.
There's so many.
Did you guys see the meme video where they, instead of the seismic charge sound, they did Arnold's voice?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I mean, and seeing Slave One, how the inside moves with the ship moving.
It's gyroscopic.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Because I always wondered, I was like, man, we must get
these people are just flipping around.
Yeah. They must get nauseous in Slave One.
And it will always be Slave One, no matter who it offends.
I don't care who.
Did they change the name or something?
Yeah, Disney will know, because people made a big deal because it's called Slave One. They changed the name to Boba Fett's Starfighter.
I remember that was years ago.
Yeah, maybe I remember that, but it's Slave One.
Yeah,
It's Slave One.
If that offends you, you are a sad person. I'm sorry.
Easily offended.
You're a sad person. But yeah,
there's much more important things in this world to get upset about than a fictitious...
like Cad Bane dying.
Yes,
example.
Yes. Forever.
I'm getting Angel a gaffy stick shirt.
I will burn him.
Dead by gaffy stick. Dead by gaffy stick.
Like Cad Bane was my desktop like my screensaver for a long time. My wallpaper.
Probably took the picture down of me. My underwear.
Yeah.
Do you know how many? I'm sorry. My screensaver. Can you see it?
That's Darth Revan.
Yep.
Nice.
Another character that needs a in canon appearance.
Some years. This was another great.
I think he does have an in-canon appearance
in Clone Wars.
In Clone Wars.
In the Clone Wars, isn't he like a Force ghost?
One of the.
Yeah.
I think when they go to that.
It's when Yoda's going through his like trial.
No, that's
they're at that. I thought it's when they go to the planet where they like the Force planet or whatever, where they're learning about like the.
No, that's the Mordiscots, right? You're talking about.
Yeah, but isn't that in Clone Wars?
Revan makes a.
No. Revan doesn't make an appearance at all. You're thinking of Darth Bane. Darth Bane.
It is Darth Bane. It's Darth Bane.
But anyway, like it was cool because our lists, like obviously, I thought for sure we'd all have Din Djarin and Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Even though Greg thought that Din Djarin was not, like he was surprised when we.
And that's just because he was. To me, it was a very obvious choice.
My Boba Fett and Din Djarin flipped twice from my order because I had I love Boba Fett obviously, but like they've made Din just a believer in that character.
Well, it was funny because like when I started thinking of bounty hunters, I tried not to put Din Djarin on my list right away, and then the moment I brought him onto my list and I started thinking about him, like, man, he is just going up my list, and I was like, the only reason he's not number one is because Cad Bane's number one.
He's had more screen time than any other bounty hunter in Star Wars history.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but no, awesome episode, guys.
That was fun. I definitely enjoyed that.
I loved hearing everyone's. Like these top 5 episodes or top 5 character episodes were a good idea. I have a lot of fun with them. So
and they're difficult. Like
it's not easy.
Brain teasers.
But it's also cool that we all have something different. And like you said, yet again, it shows the generational difference in Star Wars love. To the entire saga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe. Like our content, share, throw us a comment. Who's your favorite bounty hunter?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. Tell Angel it's not Cad Bane.
Tell me it is Cad Bane and that he's the coolest one.
And let me know if you had Din Djarin on your list.
Yeah.
Did Cad Bane die in a stupid way, or am I just being a baby?
He's being a
baby. Did Cad Bane die in a stupid way, or am I just being a baby?
So let's talk some Star Wars in the comments, guys. Thanks for joining us. This is the One Way Out podcast. I'm Greg.
Paul.
On hell.
David.
Thank you very much, guys. May the force be with you.
Always.